I deeply believe that we are called to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and body, and to love your neighbor as yourself. And I find every time I go and serve, the Lord speaks not just to me, but he speaks through me to them. And I every time my mind is just blown by the way he works.
We have been so blessed to serve in children's ministry here.
I'm just seeing their smiles right now in my head. To see the joy in their face, and the wonder, just reminds us that we can all experience that at any age.
Being off the sidelines and in the game just feels so much more meaningful as you serve and as you learn and as you grow. It's cool to be a part of it and helping deliver the message and help the corporate body gather to worship. It is very fulfilling to be able to play a role in that, however big or how small.
1 Corinthians 6, it says, "For you are not your own, but you are bought with a price." That has been the staple of how I serve and why I serve. It's not something that I have to do, but there's this joy that comes from it. There's so many mornings where I wake up and I'm like, man, I'm just not feeling it right now. I'm so tired. But there is something so beautiful of just taking that step and that step. There's a joy that comes from just getting up and carrying that cross and just serving and giving to the next generation.
What I have done is taken groups of fifth graders and then followed them up through eighth grade. And so I've done that, I guess I'm on my fourth group right now. What I like about that is you got these kids that are remarkably immature, but also remarkably open. They're open to hear things and learn things and really grow. I look at some of the older boys who are now out of college and inviting me to weddings, and I just see how much that impact has when you work with them as middle school.
We have the privilege of being able to welcome college students to our table. We both feel really passionate about students. We both had a really impactful faith journey in college, and so we wanted to pass along the generational openness of our home by welcoming people around our table like we were welcomed around others.
I have been the beneficiary of so much prayer in my life that has brought salvation, healing, love, emotional healing especially. And so I want to give that to others. I want to share the hope that I have that Jesus is working, is living and active. I really, really love what I do, and I think that God made me to do this.
So the Lord your God has called you to serve your neighbor as yourself. And I believe totally that he has called us on mission to go out and reach the world for him.
I grew up as a preacher's kid, and so church was home for me. And at first it really was because of family. And then as I got older, it was because I got to know God. And what I want is for these kids to feel good about coming into church. I want them to know that God's family is the best place they can be. And if they'll just keep coming, God will meet them and they will get what they need to go out into life, because life is hard. It's hard for a 4-year-old, it's hard for adults. I want for them to know that church is a wonderful place where we hear truth, and truth is hard, but where we receive it and we're given it in love.